Got a lot of information for you guys today on this Thursday. So let's jump into it. What is up, fans? I got a few things to talk about before we get to the tight ends. I don't even know if I titled this video Camp Position Battle Tight Ends, being that the tight end group is so small. I might just have titled it something different, / tight end, whatever, because I got 1, 2, 3 things to talk about before we even get into the tight ends. Got some updates on the Miami Dolphins, got some updates on Tyreek Hill, and of course, it's not another day without an update on everyone's favorite player that isn't a Dolphin yet, Dalvin Cook. But before we jump into that, I got to shout out a new member, and that is Luca Stalker. Thank you so much for joining the membership. Again, if you'd like to join the membership, there's the join button next to the subscribe button. And if you'd like to join the Patreon, it is linked in the description to the people on the membership side. You got videos. If you haven't checked them out yet, go check them out. And you're going to get other videos. And then on the Patreon side, you got videos as well. A lot of people ask me, what's the difference? Members, a little bit more interactive with the live streams, as in the icons, as in the emojis, and all that other stuff. Whereas Patreons, you get a little bit of cool exclusive content that isn't on the YouTube. You get stuff made for you from me, talking about stuff that no one else sees. So you decide. But there's that. Also, that's it. let's jump onto this. This one's going to be real quick, I promise you. So Pat McAfee put a tweet out saying Dalvin Cook is an elite player, and then he was talking a lot about, multiple people, multiple teams have yada yada, and then the Dolphins love him, and yada yada, blah blah blah. So then Dalvin Cook tweeted out this: I declined a visit, so you know my guy. And a lot of people, and again, this is why I'm talking about it, because I still get some people getting upset about this. I'm still talking about Dalvin Cook. People have tagged me in it. People have commented on the video yesterday. People are freaking out over this, saying, he declined a visit? Was it the Miami Dolphins? Why would he decline a visit? Oh my God, I thought he liked the Dolphins. Thought he wants to play in the Dolphins. How about do? And I was getting tagged and all that stuff. So I made a tweet talking about it, and then lo and behold, the man, the myth, the legend, Barry Jackson said the visit that Dalvin Cook suggested he declined was not the Dolphins per source. Both sides have interest. Whether they can agree on a number remains to be seen. So again, it is a big fat nothing burger. We really need to stop looking too far into his tweets, retweets. He retweets stuff that, kind of understands where he's coming from. He also appreciates everyone wants him to come play for his team and yada yada, blah blah blah. So let's not overreact to that, but we can overreact to other things. There's that, right? Quick, right? That was like a minute, 2 minutes tops. Quick. We're on to the next subject. Tyreek Hill. There's some updates on Tyreek Hill's situation. I'm going to read them to you, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. Some of it annoys me, and not annoys me in the aspect of what is being portrayed or what is being reported. It kind of annoys me on Tyreek Hill's side. Like, I'm a little annoyed with Tyreek Hill, but then there's some other things that I'm like, it's not adding up. So let's go over it, right? So there was a couple of developments regarding the situation involving Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill on Wednesday afternoon, according to a new report from South Florida Sun Sentinel. According to new reports, the situation escalated when the captain of the boat that was boarded by two women in Hill's group told them to get off. Hill claimed he was being disrespected. The boat captain told police, according to the Sun Sentinel. And then he says, I could buy you and the boat. The Hill captain told, blah, blah, blah. And then it began to escalate, was in the report. The boat captain told police that Hill hurled expletives and became enraged and attempted to enter the boat to cause him bodily harm, but he was held back by an unknown associate, according to the report. The boat captain knew it was Hill once he said, I am number 10 for the Miami Dolphins. Now, I'm going to let me go over more of it, and then I'll tell you where my thought process is with this whole situation. The employee said he heard Hill tell the associate to give him $20 after the $200 after the incident, but he declined. According to the police, a Monday afternoon update, it appears there's some movement in regarding to the situation involving Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill. The newspaper quoted Ed Griffin, a spokesman for the attorney's office, as writing in an email that they have received what appears to be a majority of the investigation material from the police. So again, the investigation is over, and that's why the attorney's office is getting it. All of the evidence, this is Monday, all of the evidence has been received and all witnesses have been interviewed and sworn statement taken. Then the evaluation of all the evidence can be undertaken in light of the requirements of the Florida criminal statute. So here's the thing, right? Here's what annoys me and that is not adding up for me. First off, I'm annoyed with Tyreek Hill. Right? And now, if the video is matching up with what is being reported, and he did put his hands, regardless if it was a smack on the back of the head, regardless if he grabbed the man's arm, regardless of however the interaction happened, I'm annoyed with Tyreek Hill because you have to be better than that. You have to be better than that. Let me go more into this. The newspaper obtained additional information through a public request. The new details include the 57-year-old man accused of hitting in the back of the head, $200. The surveillance video of the incident matching the account of the victim and the fish boat captain involved. So again, supposedly the video is matching up with what the 57-year-old man has said that Hill did. Now again, I'm very annoyed with Hill because, and I'll get into where I'm confused because some things aren't adding up, because regardless of whatever happened, don't put your hands on people. That's what we teach our kids. That's what I teach my daughter, who's in a very punchy mood at the age of 2.5. You don't put your hands on people. As I say to her, not nice. It's not nice. Why does a grown man, like, don't put your hands on people, right? So that's where I'm annoyed with that. The thing that is not adding up. According to the new reports, the situation escalated when the captain of the boat that was boarded by two women in Hill's group told them to get off. Hill claimed he was being disrespected, the boat captain told police. So, two women in Hill's group go on a boat. Whether they are again, this is where this is where information is missing, right? Maybe not to them, maybe not to whoever's investigating now in the DA's office, but to kind of what we're getting. This is where information's missing for me. Two women get on a boat in Hill's group. Was it a misunderstanding? Were they just exploring? Whatever. Two women get on the boat. They shouldn't be on the boat. The boat captain tells them to get off. Again, we don't know what's being said. But then Hill flips and claims he was being disrespected. This is where, what is missing? Now, if it's just Hill being a hothead and trying to be Mr., I got to be cool in front of my group of friends, yada, yada, then that's a problem. And again, you don't put your hands on people. But if he just, I don't know. I'm just finding it hard to believe that he just flies off the handle like that, right? There's something missing from my point of view. From your point of view, you might be like, no, that's just Tyreek Hill. He's a hothead. Again, I don't see it on the field. I don't see him getting into fights and confrontations really on the field. But again, that might just be him. He's a hothead. We know his past. But again, what did the boat captain say to the girls? And what caused the escalation? But again, I'm going to reiterate, regardless, because I've heard racial slurs set Tyreek Hill off. I've heard I've heard things, but again, there's no information or facts. Regardless, you don't put your hands on people. Period. you walk away. Let's just get off the boat. This guy is belligerent, or let's just get off the boat. Screw this guy. We'll go to another marina, or we'll go somewhere else. They just lost my business. That's how he should have handled it. Whatever. And just leave. You just lost my business, and now I'm going to go on my social media, and I'm going to say, don't go to this marina because they're racist. They're sexist. Whatever happened. Whatever that caused you to escalate. Unless, again, you're just a hothead and don't put your hands on people. That's my thoughts on the situation. More will come out. Like I said, the DA has the information because the police are done with their investigation. They'll go through their stuff, yada, yada. And then obviously we got Roger Goodell's going to go through his stuff. So Tyreek Hill might not get suspended this year. It might be a next year suspension type thing. But regardless, my take from this whole situation, don't put your hands on people. Especially if you're an NFL player. Just don't put your hands on people. Keep your hands to yourself. Plain and simple. One last thing before we get into the meat and potatoes, which I'm at 11 minutes now, so I feel like this is the meat and potatoes of the video. The NFL, we got training camp start dates. So the rookies will report on July 18th, and the veterans will report on July 25th. So again, you guys are able, your first date of going to training camp open to you guys is July 30th. So the rookies will be there for about 12 days, and the vets will be there for about 5 days. I will be reporting on everything from July 18th on. And July 6th, I think, is when you guys can start getting tickets to go to training camp. As soon as I get that information, I will give that to you. So again, these are the dates. July 18th, rookies will report, and July 25th, the vets will report. Now, let's talk about tight ends. Tight ends on the Miami Dolphins. Tanner Conner, Elijah Higgins, Julian Hill, Tyler Kroft, Eric Sorbert, and Durham Smythe. Now, Tanner Conner, Eric Sorbert, and Durham Smythe have a little, and Tyler Kroft, kind of. They're the kind of the vets, even though Tanner Conner really not really. So more like Tyler Kroft, Eric Sorbert, and Durham Smythe. And then you have Julian Hill, who's undrafted free agent, and then you have Elijah Higgins, our 6th round pick, and then you have Tanner Conner, who's a wide receiver, converted to tight end. Same thing with Elijah Higgins. These two guys, boop and boop. These two guys right here are wide receiver conversions. I am very about our tight end room. The competition, right? Like Durham Smythe this past season had 15 receptions for 105 yards and a touchdown, compared to Mike Gesicki, who had 32 receptions for 362 yards and 5 touchdowns. That's my thoughts on the tight end room. It's just, and Tanner Conner had no receptions, was targeted 3 times. I am not all gung-ho about the tight end room, right? That might be an area that they address next year or whatnot, or maybe Higgins shows up and all of a sudden wows the crap out of people in training camp and preseason and he gets more nods. But the whole tight end room, I'm just very vanilla about it. It's just, you have a lot of solid blocking Anthony Fasano type guys. And I love Anthony Fasano. You know, he's a Jersey boy, and 2008, just loved having Anthony Fasano. But I know it's rare to get these types, but like Kittle, Kelsey, even Goder, Zach Ertz, like you want those big body guys that can still catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? And the Dolphins, don't get me wrong, the Dolphins have superstars at wide receiver. They got superstars at corner, superstars, again, he might still be young, but I think at safety. They got superstars at certain positions. And as the tight end group, it's just like, hi. I am just not excited for the tight end group. That just might be me. But again, if I had to say, the battle is obviously between everyone but Eric Sobert and Durham Smythe. Elijah Higgins is going to make the team. So it's between Julian Hill, Tyler Kroft, and Tanner Connor. Tyler Kroft is a 9-year vet, though, so it's like it's mostly between Julian Hill and Tanner Connor, right? If you're going to make the team. But it seems like to me, if they run with 4 tight ends, it's going to be Durham Smythe, Eric Sorbert, Tyler Kroft, and Elijah Higgins. And Tanner Connor might be the odd man out. Same with Julian Hill. Tanner Connor wasn't drafted during Mike McDaniel. Like, I like the guys. They're big body guys. Durham Smythe, 6'6". Eric Sorbert, 6'5". Tyler Kroft, 6'6". Elijah Higgins is actually on the shorter side. He's 6'3". But in all honesty, comment below. Does anything about this tight end group really make you go, woo? Like, at least when we had Gesicki, horrible blocker, no real yak, but that man can catch anything within, 5-foot radius from his body. And we saw it against the Ravens when Tua high pointed that ball and he jumped up and got it. We don't have that. Elijah Higgins. But again, he's converting to tight end. So that's how I feel. Like, offensive line, tight end, and linebacker are really where I'm like, but that's another video for another day that's coming up very soon because training camp starts soon. So I got to pump out all these videos before the training camp starts. But that's what I got for you today. Lots of news, lots of updates. Comment below. Let me know what you think. You don't have to comment about the Dalvin Cook situation. Again, I give you those updates for the people who ask, and I get a lot of people asking. Comment below. Let me know what you think about the Tyreek Hill situation. Are you the same boat as me, as regardless of him being guilty or innocent, because, again, you're innocent until proven guilty, don't put your hands on people. The world would be such a better place if people would stop putting their hands on each other. Plain and simple. What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on the tight end group? What's your thoughts on the start of training camp? Are you going? Comment below. Let me know. And I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video. I got so much planned for you guys. Hit that subscribe button. I usually never tell you to, but if you like what you see, boop. And give this video a thumbs up. Lets me know, hey, I do like your camp position battle videos. It helps me through the day. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. But like usual, stay classy. And fins up.